Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I've been listening to U.S. Army Colonel, retired U.S. Army Colonel MacGregor, Douglas MacGregor, and on a YouTube recording from yesterday, and I did a little bit of transcribing here, whatever he said, and he talks about the offensive or counteroffensive of the Ukrainian forces. The title of this little video is "Driven Back with Heavy Losses." This is his assessment of the Ukrainian army achievements in the counteroffensive. Remember, about 2 days ago, I told you that this counteroffensive would last maybe 3 days, and we're going to hear from the mainstream corporate mass media that it stalled in 3 days. We're going to find out in about 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, they will start saying that actually, nothing came out of it. But they will not tell us right now. So this is what Colonel MacGregor said. I'm going to just read a few words that he said. He said, the comments on the Ukrainians' attacks is fictional, to put it bluntly. The Ukrainians has long been scraping from the bottom of the barrel. They lost their best troops. He said, you don't instantaneously regenerate them like this counteroffensive. I said it for a few days already. The Ukrainians can't just give birth to soldiers overnight. They will have to work with what they have. And what they have is the latest of the troops. Because when you attack, you put the best forces to hold the line. And then and the same with the Russians, I'm assuming, right? And then if these guys are, losing, are not losing, but they die out of them, right? They get killed. Then the next echelon comes. And then this get decimated. The next one comes. So the same, that's why he said, been for a long time, scraping from the bottom of the barrel. Yes, that means they're out. This is the last stand, actually. But I don't know about the Russians. So it says here that you don't instantaneously regenerate them. This counterattack in Kherson, there were 3 Ukrainian brigades that hardly made it across the line of departure. That means from here. And driven back with heavy losses. But in the center, made a little bit of progress, and they were then stopped, sent back, and took heavy losses. And the Russians also took losses. But what he claims is, so there were, as he said, there were 3 brigades tried, pushed back, only one went a little bit further, got losses, and driven back. So that was the counterattack. And he said the Russians also got, losses. But what he says, the Russians kept its core. That's what he said. The core formation of the Russian army remained. He said if you have the core, you can have losses. But if you keep the core, it's different than these guys, If you lose it, you don't have a core. Exactly what? Exactly. Not exactly. I don't pretend I know what this guy is knowing, okay? It's just time out here. It's just, I was mentioning in a video that I posted today about the blitzkrieg analogy. If you just attack, the front is about, as I said, about 1,000 kilometers, 1,000 miles or something. Big front. And if you attack on one spot, how far do you go with this? You know what I mean? You go with this, and then what are you doing? After let's say you broke the front, what do you do with that? Because the Russians are going to regroup. They have 2, second, third line of defense. What are you going to do with all those guys going straight? You have to have a big push, or at least 2, so you can encircle. They meet and they do something, and then you have a whole line over there, a whole front that it's yours, a wider area. They started with 3 brigades. 2 were pushed back, and only the one in the middle, right? The tip of the spear got in a little bit, and then got back, bent. So he says here that the Russians took heavy losses, but they kept, he says, they kept the core formation. the Ukrainians have lost their core formation. That's why all the nonsense about regenerating the forces at this stage is frankly absurd. That's what he said. Regeneration. And how do you regenerate? Unless you bring new fire from somewhere. From where? From where? Do you have more? Maybe, but Colonel MacGregor begs the opposite. He said, I don't think so. So then if this is, that's why they were preparing this. Remember on Monday when they announced it's going to be the big counteroffensive started, everybody, woohoo, let's go. Remember that one? On Monday. They started in the morning, I guess, and then in the afternoon they said, actually, this is not going to be like a one tough punch. It's going to be, gradual, grinding the enemy. You know what? They were preparing for this. To say that, oh, no, MacGregor and Emil, no. That's why we said that of then, so you can't say this now. So we thought about it. And what does that mean? That means this is just one of the many attacks to follow. So this is grinding. You do it one time now, and then next Monday, you do it again, and then so on until you kill all the Russians little by little. Well, I don't think it's going to be a second offensive. I think this was it. And after this, the Ukrainians have to regroup. Why do you think they have that little meeting with all those guys after the attacks occurred? The whole Zelensky and his little groupies over there, to assess what now. What now, my love? What are we doing now? I think now they will be probably focused on holding the line as much as they can. Ask those guys to send them weapons, but this is what I've been saying for about 3 months already, or 4 months. I said it's not going to be the problem. Will not be the weapon supply. They will send some people to operate it, and you can operate it, but the Russians are going to hit you back, and they're going to advance with troops, and you will not have troops to stop them. And you can't just send missiles, and you will not have that many missiles sent by the guys from overseas. The guys from overseas are with energy, and cold is coming, inflation, and the price of energy goes 50,000 times than it was a year ago, and so on. So in Russia, look at its economy. I made a video yesterday. Its manufacturing sector, their economy is expanding. Is above 50.0. It's 51 point something, which is expanding. If it's below 50, it's shrinking. It is above 50, over 50, it's expanding. And Russian, it's back at the level of before the invasion, where it went down a little bit, and now it's back. Makes extra profit from selling their sanctioned goods, oil and gas and whatever, coal and whatever they can sell in Europe. So who's up? You tell me. Ukrainian nation first, Russian nation second, we, the citizens, the third, and who else? They are not hurt. The guys in the shadow are not hurt. The three industries that I mentioned are not hurt. The banking, the arms industry, and the energy companies. They're not hurt. So then it makes you wonder if those guys are not hurt, and those guys over there, and we are the only weasels that are hurt. All right? Who benefits? That's how you go. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.